So we thought it would be a perfect opportunity to start talking about fall is for planting, what's going on in the middle of August. Kids are back in school, moms and dads probably have a little more time at the house. So we just thought we would cover some topics that weren't talking about, and then cover a few fun and interesting facts that you may or may not know about here at Jericho. One of the first things we wanted to educate you on is now is the time for grass seeding. From the middle of August to the middle of September is the best time to sow grass seed. The spring season is a difficult time because I guarantee when you sow seed in spring, you're going to fight some weeds. Not that you won't fight any weeds in the fall, but innately the weed seed knows it doesn't have time to come up and reproduce, so you have a lot less weed problems with seeding in the fall. You also don't have spring winds and oncoming summer heat. So fall is a much better time for planting grass seed. We have just restocked, fully stocked at both stores. The Park Blend has become our probably seed of choice. It's a combination of fescue, rye, and blue. The three seem to complement each other quite well. Not sure why, but it works, and it seems to be a lot more traffic tolerable, a little less water. Not that it'll change your water bill, but a lot more forgiving than bluegrass. So grass seed, any kind and every kind. Okay, 1688, the super green lawn food, don't be deceived, had the star put on it so people would know it's good for trees, shrubs, roses, and lawns. Had it formulated for us, 1688, with some ammoniacal and urea so it won't burn. Also has 15% sulfur and 5% iron, which is more iron and sulfur than most iron supplement products have in them. If you haven't fed in the last 2 months, June and July, when it was really hot, we would have recommended you wait till it's cooled off. It's cooled off enough now. Things do need some fertilization now. Now's a perfect time to use this on most everything you've got. Can you use the 1688 on a new seeded area, since we just talked about seed? Actually, you would want this new lawn starter. It's a much better application for new seed or sod. This goes right down with the seed or the sod. It's higher in the middle number, which is for rooting, a little lower in nitrogen, which is for green and growth. So new lawn starter with new seed or sod right at the time you're seeding or sodding, not tilled in, right at the surface level. Okay, so what started this whole video was Lou said seed tape, and I could tell it wasn't sinking in. This is all 2019 seed, so this is next year's seed. And Lou was saying, well, what you would plant now? I was like, oh, that leads right to education and fall gardening. They're cool season vegetables, the same from the middle of August to the middle of September, just like the grass seed. You want to be aware that if you're going to do this stuff, though it seems hot, cool season vegetables need to go in now. So all 2019 seed is here. What is cool season vegetables? Radishes, lettuce, carrots, peas, spinach, and what is seed tape? That was the million-dollar question. I don't have the skill to say roll out a row of radishes in a seed tape, but these seed tapes are very small seed and they're on a tape. So when you open this package, in fact, probably for the sake of the video, we could spot this $3 packet open and show people, don't you think?
Sure.
Let's do that. Okay, so we open the pack, finally, right? Just as simple as that. And even they've got 4 or 5 seeds per bit. Can you see the seed in there up close? So you just lay this tape in the ground and cover it up. Lots of lettuce. These calanchos are $29.99. Wendy says, God, we should go up. The lady was shocked that they were only 30 bucks. The story of calancho or kalanchoe, when I was a young buck and full of piss and vinegar and thought I had the world by the tail and knew everything, a lady came to me and said, do you have kalanchoe? I was the youngest greenhouse manager of my previous employer. Old man Roland said, give the kid a chance. My father and Mr. Roland's son said I was too young. She came to me and said, do you have kalanchoe? I said, no ma'am, I buy everything in this greenhouse, and if we had kalanchoe, I would know it. And she walked up to me with a plant that blooms, calancho, as I know it, K-A-L-A-N-C-H-O-E. And she said, young man, what is this? I said, that's calancho. And she said, or sometimes called kalanchoe. This plant is a kalanchoe or a calancho. Several different types, but a very humbling story for me. Look at this asparagus first. $29.99. Put it outside in the summer, bring it inside in the winter. Probably needs to go into a bigger pot. Probably going to require water every day, that big of a plant. So, some new violets came in, some new orange plants again. Something to try and keep me interested more than you. You guys are always in here asking. Some new violets, some big old stuff. And also, thought it would be worth promoting and pushing. We got plant nannies back in finally. These are self-waterers. You put a bottle to this. You can hook a 1 liter, 2 liter Coke bottle to it. The clay works porously. You stick that in the plant, and as the plant dries out, it pools water through. So if you were going out of town and had plants you didn't know how to tend to or want to have somebody in your house, you could use these as a self-water that would last a week, 10 days, 2 weeks at least, depending on the size bottle you put on it. Yes, I've said it 3 or 4 times in this video. Middle of August and it's fall. Fall is for planting. Kids are back in school. Perennials are what's left of these 2-gallon perennials are 20 bucks. There's only a few left, so don't expect a lot. What you see right here. Still got local perennials coming in every week from our local supplier in Corrales. These 1 gallons here behind me. Fall is the best time for planting. Mums are here, kale's on its way, and we're gonna get to the pansies. 1 gallon perennials, buy 4, get the 5th one free, $11.99. Fall's the best time to plant, we guarantee it. We're gonna talk more about bedding plants. As the weeks progress, we'll talk about trees and shrubs. Our guarantee is 6 months. What does that mean when you're buying something you're not gonna know it's alive in 6 months? We'll guarantee it to leaf out the following spring. We're right on the cusp of that. What I would like to portray or get away with if I could say no rules, regs, policies, or procedures, I would, but we have to have some guidelines for things. So basically, 6-month guarantee. If you're not gonna know in 6 months because it's dormant or deciduous, then we'll guarantee it to leaf out in the spring. What we really wanna do is take care of our customer. That's the whole rules, regs, policies, and procedures. We just want to take care of people. Want you to feel confident in buying from us and that we're knowing what we're doing and we know what we're talking about. Once again, into fall, violas, and then I'm going to jump over behind Lou. He can shoot the pansies right there. So yes, fall is for planting. Mums are here. Kale will be here tomorrow. Pansies. So if you want to jump start on things, then maybe it's time to redo some of your pots with pansies. All the annuals are still half price. I think you're pretty late for anything in the vegetable section, but there's a few people still trying to do that, I guess. Maybe you're going to do a science project with the kids at school, and maybe we can help you with that. All of that stuff's half price over there too. So all the annuals, all the vegetables, half price. So that's probably enough for this week because I've already given Lou a whole night's worth of editing. Hear the raking going on. We're cleaning, we're ready, we're helpful, we're friendly, we're glad you're here. We want you to become part of our community, part of our family. We appreciate your business. We appreciate you coming in, spending some time with us. We sure got time for answering some questions. We've got a landscape designer on staff. We'll do delivery, installation. We are your perennial, independent, full-time, full-service garden center, Jericho Nursery.